Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to be breaking down all the stuff you need to know for Phase 3 professions because it is quite extensive and the rewards can be quite plentiful, and if with a little bit of planning, a little bit of prep that you could be doing right now, because we don't have a Phase 3 launch date yet. I'd imagine it's sometime early December at this point, maybe the 4th or the 11th, if I had to guess, but we're testing all the way through that November 18th day that is fast approaching. So they usually do 2 weeks after the final test, so we're looking around December 4th, December 11th, but my best guess. But you can still use this month of time to prep your professions and either A, be good for your raid and gear and get some 522 pieces relatively quickly, or make a ton of gold by making these items and stockpiling your silks, steels, everything that you're going to want to make. So a general overview, that the biggest ones that get impacted are tailoring, leatherworking, and blacksmithing. Blacksmithing is the most complex, and I'll definitely run you through that the best that I can. But essentially, with tailoring, we're over here on the PTR, and you do your cooldown right here, and as it says, this delicate cloth may be crafted once a day. In the process, you may discover a recipe you have not yet learned. So we're going to do it here on the PTR with a chance of learning a new recipe. So right there, I got the Crafted Gladiators silk trousers. So that is going to be down here for legs for my tailoring, and those are catch-up PvP legs, essentially. These were there at the beginning of the game by accident, but these are last phases PvP gear, so you can just craft these, make them, and get them for people, you know, really easy, quick starting gear for some players. But that is an example. You can get 522 pieces, however, for tailoring, leatherworking, and blacksmithing, which is the big key. So now I'm going to switch it over and go via Atlas Suit and just run you through everything you need to see. So I will see you then. Whoop. Alrighty, so we are here on the live game, and I'm just going to go ahead and open Atlas Suit and dive right into it. So, alchemy, while nothing really new happens with alchemy, there is a very good transmute if you are a transmute master still, and it is going to be transmute trillium bars. Every single person on the legendary quest needs 40 of these trillium bars, so prices are going to go up if you haven't already gotten them. I would highly recommend you buy 40, 80, 120, however many you need until you get however many legendaries you want to do. So that is just a little thing, but other than that, nothing new with alchemy. There's nothing new with a lot of these professions. It's literally mainly tailoring, leatherworking, and blacksmithing. So as you saw with tailoring, pretty much if you have Atlas Suit, you come here. Anything with the little Phase 3 comes at Phase 3, and it is just essentially normal TOT gear, 522. And in order to get Haunting Spirits, it works the same way as Blood Spirits did in this phase, and that is going to be just simply DEing epics that drop from Throne of Thunder, which, you know, some pieces actually are like a massive upgrade for most classes, and there's a variety. You can get head, and you can get some feet with tailoring, and it is pretty nice. And you know, if you want a quick upgrade for your class or you're working on an alt, it can be very beneficial. What we do not know right now is if celestial gear from the celestial dungeons will DE and make those. We have no idea until they put it in. But as of now, blood spirits do drop off of celestial gear being DE'd, so very important to note that. So it should work that way. Next, leatherworking. Leatherworking also gets a head and they get feet, and it is the same exact process, only they get it from making the magnificent hide, has the chance to proc those, as well as a bunch of the contenders PvP gear. The more stuff comes with Siege of Orgrimmar, but Siege of Orgrimmar also has a little bit of an upgrade. So next we have blacksmithing. So blacksmithing is the most convoluted process of the bunch, and it involves getting the recipe to make lightning steel. So it doesn't show up here, but you will use, it's right here. So lightning steel ingot, it'll take 10 ghost iron bars in order to make this. Now this recipe drops from the guy at the Thunder Forge in the Isle of Thunder, so you have to go and kill him to get this. I'm sure he'll be up or camped in order to do it. And you don't have to craft this at the Thunderforge. You can craft it anywhere. There is an anvil, so very important for you blacksmiths. And while the lightning steel ingots are not used in the gear of the Phase 3 feat, as you can see here, it just uses living steel and haunting spirits, as well as spirits of harmony, of course. But it is also feet and helmets, and you do not use the lightning steel. However, when we come to these weapons, in order to up these weapons, you require the lightning steel pieces. So these lightning steel ingots right here, in order to get the 502 BOE weapons, you require those lightning steel ingots, and you require the previous blade in order to upgrade it, and you can upgrade it twice that way. So very important to note, and that is what you can do in order to get all these things and make some really decent epic weapons. Essentially, I don't think these are going to be that useful, but they are really cool transmog weapons, essentially, is what people really want these for, just to have them. They are the BWL, they are the former pieces, they are a lot of the other things that we you will see. And yeah, a lot of people do really enjoy these pieces of gear for their transmogs. They are based in the old classic stuff. But yeah, there are there's axes, maces, swords, and that's about it. So blacksmithing definitely gets the biggest overhaul, and as you saw at the beginning of the video, that process in order to make them gets you that. So if I were to say what you should stockpile to make a ton of gold, obviously living steel. People are going to be needing a lot of living steel for these helmets and the feet. Your tanks honestly get blasted in TOT, so getting your tanks the most geared is probably going to be what most guilds do for that. And then I would also, if you are a tailor, as you guys know with my Project Insanity, every single character on my account is a tailor. And so what I would be doing is doing your daily, getting that Imperial Silk up, keep making as much as you can right here. As you can see, I have almost 300 on my account. So like my alts that never got to 90, that have just been simply making that silk, they will be able to learn these recipes. And the blood spirits, they are not bind on account. So what you can do is you can get some of these recipes and you can make some of these because you're lucky and you get those silk things. So just having a bunch of silk, and as you can see, it doesn't take spirits for tailoring for whatever reason. So I'm just going to keep stockpiling the silk. I'll be able to get these haunting spirits from raids or make an investment with that. The biggest one is going to be the spell threads. There is a new spell thread that drops from TOT that you're able to get with this thread, and that will give you a really, if you get that, you'll make a ton of money because it just takes one silk in order to make it. So that is really OP and good to get. So anyway, that is my plan. That is how I would recommend making the most gold. But yeah, alchemists, Trillium, everyone else just sort of make those and craft them. But if you have any questions, anything like that, anything I got wrong or missed, definitely drop it down below, and I will talk to you about it then. And until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.